Can I host a website on my PC? Yes, you can. But before you do so, there are limitations you need to take into consideration. You should know how to set up www server software on your computer. This software allows internet users to access web files on their computers. Your internet service provider supports you in running websites on your home computer. You will need to investigate your bandwidth quota. Your computer has to stay on at all times. When you turn it off or reboot, your website becomes unavailable. Your website will load slowly as home internet connections are not designed for serving web pages. Suppose you're a developer/blogger who is tech-savvy and just plain adventurous. You might feel confident enough to host a domain/website in that case. That's right, in your basement, if you live in a part of the world where most people have one, or maybe just in your bedroom. So if you think a hosting company like us wouldn't even want to broach the topic with you, you're mistaken. We are as geeky as some of you are and appreciate those with a taste of adventure. If you're in a group which isn't sure exactly how to host a domain or website on your own, let's explore this. Here are a few steps on how to host your domain or website. Register a domain name. Several websites could choose to register your domain name. Once you visit a good domain registration website, you will realize that a domain with a .com extension is not your only option. Code your website. If you're in a hurry, you could customize an existing template from WordPress. However, if you have more time or are determined to code your website from scratch, using PHP is an excellent way to go considering WordPress is primarily built on PHP. Find out what your IP address is. Point your domain name to the IP address of your computer. Get a static IP address to your machine within your network. A static IP address is an IP endless number that identifies your machine within the network. Your router stands between your machine and the rest of the internet. Give your router the IP address for which you are opening up the port to be accessible by the rest of the internet. Find out if your ISP supports hosting. You may have issues here based on your bandwidth quota. You don't want to discover that your internet connection has been suspended because of one harmless experiment. Ensure your computer at home can support the hosting. The machine you decide to host your domain/website on must be running 24/7 and be kept cool to avoid overheating and crashes. Ensure your computer is secured. Make sure you have the latest updates to your OS and security features. Download the AMP software. AMP is the shortened version of the Apache, MySQL, and PHP web stack. Here's one you could try if you're a Windows user. It's called WAMP Server. Copy your website's source code into the WAMP Server root folder. Start your AMP server. Your website will now be live. As we said initially, this is no reason to discourage you. Try it out. Those who have can guarantee that the learning is immense. Once you're done with your experiment, try hosting your website with a good hosting provider. Then, you can sit back, relax and focus on scaling your web business.